Good evening. Good evening, all. Good evening, viewers. This is Axes and Slabs. Live here in Hawthorne. The computer is telling me that it's now notifying people that Axes and Slabs is live. And we have a viewer. We have a Mr. Smith. Hello, Mr. Smith. There you are. Sometimes I think of changing my name to Colonel Smith, and then no one would know who I am. Someone else is on the fish experiment. The fish experiment. All right, welcome. Thank you for joining us. It's Axes and Slabs. I think we're going to do a bit of a shop tour here on Axes and Slabs. But before, that beer looks good, says the fish experiment. Casey75 is on. Tim is on. Tim Clardy. I'm very blind. Yes, let's talk beers. That's part of the show. This is Bojack Brewing, and they have been kind enough to give me a Calypso Hazy IPA. And who else is on? Jackson's is on. Jackson, hi Jackson. Heyo61 is on. Hello everyone. Fish Experiment is asking what we're drinking. We are about to try the Bojack Brewing Calypso Hazy IPA. The rating on this one is 6.4. 6.4%. So you got to be careful with these. You can have maybe 5 or 6 of these and still drive. But any more than that, that's too much. All right, let's try it. Here we go. Bojack Brewing. The slurp sound. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's not bad. That is okay. Boyo61 is on. Hello, Boyo. Welcome. Welcome to Axes and Slabs, everybody. It's shop tour time. It's Friday night. I'm supposed to be going out with my students tonight, but I'm not feeling too well. I'm hoping this beer makes me feel a little bit better. But here's what I've got to say. I woke up at about 3 o'clock in the morning. I was not feeling well. And I'll tell you this much. I don't mind having a good pee-pee after a meal. Just not when it's spraying out my asshole. I mean, what was going on? Seriously. All right. Welcome, everyone. Let's get on with the show. We are here at the Guitar Colonel in Hawthorne. That's me in the reflection. There's this. Can you see the street? There's cars. It's peak hour. The sun has gone down. It's winter. There's a pub across the road. And there's Iggy on the wall. Would you like to hear a countdown story? Would anyone like to hear a countdown story before I start talking about guitars? I'll tell you a countdown story. Would you like to hear one? All right, here we go. Hang on, I'll try a little bit more of the Bojack. Here we go. Ooh, that is rough. Sam is on. Reza is on. All right. Here's a countdown story. If you're young and you're viewing this, which is probably unlikely, you may not remember what Countdown was. But Countdown in Australia was a huge music program here in the 1970s and right up until the early 80s. Anyway, one day I had this customer bring his guitars in for consignment. That's what we do here. We sell on behalf of people. He was an Englishman. I could tell from his accent. And he came in, he said, "Oh, Iggy, I remember him." And I said, "Oh, yeah? What? How?" And he said, I was a cameraman on Countdown from 1974 to 1984. Someone's made a comment. Let's see if I can read it. Bit happy, mate. Bit happy, mate. Yes, I am. Well, I don't know what I am. This is a 6.4 beer. And it's like the missing link between beer and whiskey. Oh, that is rough. Anyway, and he saw the Iggy poster, and I said, "Oh wow, God, Iggy, he must have been wild." And he said, No. He was actually really nice. Backstage, he was perfectly normal. And I said, "Oh, because that's a crazy clip of him on Countdown doing I'm Bored." he just, and he said, no, it was mostly a bit of an act. He was fine. I said, did you have any problems with anybody? And he said, there was only once we had a problem with someone. And I said, who was that? And he said, well, in 1984, for the 10th anniversary show at the Palais here in St Kilda in Melbourne, Billy Idol was the star, and he was to perform Rebel Yell. And when he performed Rebel Yell, every time he sings the chorus, with a rebel yell, she cried, Mom, Mom, he'd point to the corner of the stage, and a girl would come sliding across the stage right up to him. And he had 4 of these to do. With a rebel yell, she cried, Mom, Mom, and then another one. 4 girls would come sliding across the stage to Billy. Anyway, and action. This was the practice. And so he sings a song, cries, with a rebel yell, she'll cry, more, more, more. Girl came over, slid across the stage, and of course, Billy did something bad, which we can't talk about. And they went, cut! What are you doing, Billy Idol? And then he proceeded to do a wee-wee on the stage. And then he left. And that is a true story. But I still think that's a great record. Okay, let's do it. That's a Billy Idol story. We've got beers. We're going to do a shop tour. It's Friday. Oh, if you tuned in, I was a bit sick last night, but I turned up. Okay, what have I got in front of me? This is a Firebird. This is like one of those Guitar of the Week Firebirds in copper. And this is owned by Mr. John Dellymore. You may know John Dellymore from things like the John English Band, Brian Cadd, Max Merritt, Red House, Sunbury. Yes, it's him. Okay. All right, here we go. Hey, you want a good deal? Let's have a look. All right. I got a brand new Guild Jetstar, or whatever it's called, sitting in the rack. Make me an offer, it's yours. Just send me a message. I mean, a reasonable one. Not like $5, but let's go north of $5. Make an offer and it's yours. And while we're at it, make an offer on the base. It can be yours too. I don't actually own those, but you know what? That's what happens when you start drinking 6.4 beers. We're just clearing some stock. All right. This week has been crazy. We've done a little deal with Bristol. If you need an entry point acoustic, we've got it. But most of you don't. So let's continue on. Who is with us? We've got the real Dave. Hi, Dave. Working with Nico. Nico is on. Hi. Paul Hillier is on. Hello, Paul Hillier. Well, I think you're the same Paul Hillier we did a little business with this week. Welcome. All right, folks, it's Axes and Slabs. You've heard a countdown story. You've heard an illness story. Let's talk guitars. Let's go. Okay, Taylor Academy. That's for beginners. That is in the bargain bin area. It's $800 or $900. They're good. Taylor, there's a 314. Taylor. See if I can remember my own stock. Great guitar, American made. If you want a Martin, if you always wanted a Martin, but you don't want to spend a lot of money, but you want American made, here's 2. When they first started making these, they made them in America, and then they moved production to Mexico, where they just deported Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. after his Jake Paul match. He had the Jake Paul match, and then they arrested him and deported him from the country. That is a true story. All right, we've got a Martin DM and a Martin DX. $1,200. American made. It's almost free. It's ridiculous. Guild, a dark coloured one, a mahogany Guild. Ooh, this is one of my favourite. This is like a Martin 16 OMC. It's an orchestral sort of thing, concert. I've got another Bristol. This just came in. Gibson Hummingbird 2007, super clean condition. And we've got some electrics. We've got a Jag Stang. We've got a first year run Jag Stang. We have a something, purple something. We've got an Ernie Ball St. Vincent. I love St. Vincent, and she loves me. What do we got? We got some Strats. We got a PRS Johnny Highland over there. If you've tuned in and wondering why I'm slurring my words a bit, it's because of this company. I fully blame you. What else? We've got a Reverend. Reverend makes some good stuff, you know. Definitely for the price point, it's amazing. There's a custom shop Fender, custom shop deluxe. Back in the day, if you're wondering, what is a custom shop deluxe? Well, if you go back sort of 10, 15, 20 years ago, even further, Fender had two base models, the standard and the deluxe. And then someone said, hey, why don't we make a custom shop version of that? Sure. So they did it. Now, you know what? I do have Nick Charles's mandrel in here somewhere. Okay, we're gonna go up the stairs. Let's go up. Hang on. Okay, let me have a bit more of this. Oh, say hello to Rush from my Canadian friends. There's Rush. All right, I like a bit of Rush. Let's do a little bit of celebrity board. Who are these two young folk? Do you know the band that they're in? You might. They've had a few hit singles. And there's a connection to a restaurant in Mildura. How about that? Who else is on? We've got Subway is on. 80s guitars are now. Oh, Simon is on. Hello, Simon. Welcome. Tommy is on. Phil Hanley is on. Simon, I'm going to do something amazing here. Are you ready? Who is that? Who is that handsome young man? Who could it be? Okay, let's go up. Oh, well, there's good stuff as soon as you turn up, but that's just the way it is here. All right. If you have a high-paying job, like a plumber, or electrician, or a crane operator, or a stick twirler on the roadway, well, you might want this. This is a 1965 Jazzmaster. Smells like 1965. I remember those days. Ooh, I better be careful. I'll tell you what would be funny, even funnier than when I caught an older gentleman face planting over that step is me falling backwards down the stairs. Oh, which way should we go? We've got the Trussart. We've got a Fender Deluxe Strat. I should just group them all together. Hey, there's an idea. I'll put all the Strats with the Strat. We've got so many Strats at the moment. If you want a Strat, man, we have every shape and size Strat ever made in the history of the stratosphere. Who else is on? We've got Sarway. I think you were on before. Okay. This is a 76 ES345. Where are you, Simon? Are you in Melbourne or are you touring again? Well, let's keep going. Another Strat. I'm not even sure what that one is, to be honest. It's a 62. Is that a Japanese one, maybe? Do I even work here? What's been going on in the news this week? Kanye's got a new single out. Did I mention that yesterday? It's rocketing up the charts in Iran. They love it over there. This is a Gretsch Penguin, but it's a master-built Gretsch Penguin. Simon has said something I have to pull back and see. You're in northern Denmark. Hello there. What are you doing over there? Oh, no. Heading to Poland today. Oh, well, if you're going to Poland, you better not put on Kanye's new song. That's going to get you in big trouble there. Who are you touring with, Simon? Please tell all. Let's do a little interview with Simon. Simon is originally from Melbourne, but an amp fixer to the stars. But he's gone. He's gone walkabout. Who else is on? Michael. Oh, Michael Zapp is on. Hello, Michael. And Guitar Zapp is on. Hey, wait a minute. Are you the same person? All right. You want a white Strat? We've got a white Strat. You want a Kanye single? You've got a Kanye single. You want a beer that's 6.4%? You got it. Oh, God. The things I have to do. Okay, let's keep going. Telly. I think this is American Vintage. We just dropped the price on this one as well. Yes, clean as a whistle. Businessman owned, never gigged. I like that. All right, we're in the main room. Oh boy, my hand's starting to hurt holding this thing. That's how old I'm getting. Don't know if I continue on my shop tour. Michael Zappazong. Simon, who are you on tour with? Did we ask that question? We're doing interviews with people now. Okay. Well, look, I'll tell you what. Let's break it into categories. Let's go hollow bodies. Should we do that? Some jazz boxes. All right. What do we got? We got 335. We've got a couple of 335s. One's from 95, one's from 2000. Simon has written back from Denmark. Are you staying with the princess over there? The queen, sorry. Simon said, last week with Dean Lewis, for 4 months with Jesse Murph, before. Nice. I don't know who anyone is. I had the young gentleman from Kingswood in today and I was talking to him forever and he said, I'm going on tour and I'm in my band. I said, who's your band? Kingswood. Oh, okay. He's been coming in since he was a young person. What do we got? Hollow Body 58 Switchmaster. That's been here a little while. I love it. My Cargill is on the wall. It just appears wherever you don't want it to appear, but it's there. We've got hollow body bass. We've got Glenn Wheatley's bass here. And Gaynor brought that in. She's very lovely. Very lovely indeed. We have a Fender Coronado, which was put on hold. I'm not sure what happened. We have an ES195, which is a bizarre... It's Gibson Gretsch thing, something like that. All right, let's keep going. Got an old 56175. What else have we got? Should we talk Strats? Let's do it. I'll keep talking until all of this is gone. And one thing will happen. Either I'll fall over or I will cut the transmission. Oh, God. This is a 71. Hendrix level, big headstock Strat. Hendrix played it himself. It's on the Woodstock video. That's legit. Not even making that up. Here's another 335. Love it. Esquire. Oh, that's sold. Beaten up Fender. That's sold, actually. We just sold that. Okay, that's going. Gold Strat. American Original. Someone else is on. We have other people. Pro Paint Guitars is on. And pianos. Pro Paint Guitars and pianos? You need to shorten. You need an abbreviation, sir. Or madam. PPGP. There you are. PPGP is on. Welcome, PPGP. Nash. This one's not on the website, though. This is a modified 52 Telly reissue, but it's been Jeff Beck. It's got a little bit of Beck DNA right before. This is the last thing Jeff Beck grabbed right before he collapsed in the arms of Johnny Depp. Simon says, lobby call. Until next time, au revoir. My European friend Simon. May we meet again in the future. Casey is on. Have a great weekend. You too, Casey. Speaking of Guitar Zap, here's Guitar Zap's 52. We've still got it. Lord, someone take it. Someone take it, Lord. And make it be gone. It's an odd beast, isn't it? It plays great, though. It's killer. All right. Oh, God. Here's something, I don't know if I've featured this one before. Are you into Yaz flute? If you are, these are great. It's an ES137 custom. You don't see these too often. Ebony board. Thin body. Can you see that? Not like the 175. Someone else is on. Tony Evans is on. Hello, Tony Evans. Welcome. Welcome to Axes and Slabs. You've missed a few jokes. You've missed a few of these. But we're here. We're talking, we're doing a little shop tour. That's a Maton, Jazzman, or Jizzman. I don't know. Jazzman, maybe. Yeah, not Jizzman. That's a good name, though. It's from 1968. I think that was the same year the Guitar Zap was born, wasn't it? Modified broken headstock echo tone type guitar here. Did I just say that? I did. And that is an ES175. And there's been some changes, and the price reflects it. Here's something that the price does not reflect. It is a 1968 Firebird in pristine condition, and it's hideously expensive. But look, if you want to come in and spend that sort of money, well, I will allow it. I'll let you in. Plumber, electrician, crane operator, twirler of a road sign stick, the wealthiest of society, the privileged. You can own this. Come on in. Put down your twirly road stick and come on in. That's an Explorer. If you want to do a deal on, I'll tell you what, here's a deal. All right. We've got a custom shop 336 and I've got an Explorer. Send me an offer. Let's do it. I don't care what it is. Just send it. It can be anything. Even if it's funny. That's even better. Okay, right. Continuing on. Let's go. Who else is on? We've got just Tony Evans. Well, that's all right. I like Tony Evans. What do we got over here? We've got a Gibson Modern for you, the metal folk. Do you like to play metal? Are you modern? I think Gibson is having a little bit of trouble with getting into young bands. Have you noticed that? All the young bands play Fenders. Write your comments in and tell me why that is. Why do young people play Fenders and old people play Gibson? Is it true? It's not always the case. This is a master-built broadcaster. This is sold. It's on lay-by. I won't tell you who it's on lay-by to, because that may be shocking. Some people will not want to hear that. Some people will be happy, and some people could be revolted. It's not Kanye West. Custom shop telly. Hey, here's one. If you're keen on that, just put an offer. I don't care what it is. I might just sell it. I might just sell it because I'm on the Calypso Hazy IPA. Oh, God. Who else is on? We've got two in the corner. Bradley Parker is on. And Jimmy Hello is on. Is that right? Bradley Parker is on. Two in the corner. Hello. Hello, David. Bradley Parker, are you from Western Australia? Are you a serial killer? Have you noticed, if you're from Western Australia and your name's Bradley, well, let's be honest, you're killing people. I might have one more of these. Okay. If you tuned in, that is shocking. All right, I'm going to rate this now. I've had enough. Drucifer, sup dog. Sup dog. Senor Grande is on. Hello, Drucifer. If you've tuned in, this is Axes and Slabs. Here's what you've missed so far. Here's what you've missed. I was a bit sick last night. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, I had to get up. And what I say to everybody after I've had a meal is, I don't mind a good wee-wee after a meal. Just not when it's spraying out my arsehole at 3 o'clock in the morning. That was really shocking. We're reviewing Bojack. Sorry about that. I'm classier than that. Bojack Brewing Hazy IPA at 6.4%. I was going to say you could have 4 or 5 or 6 of these and drive home, but Jesus, I don't even know if you could have one and drive home. Okay, who's on? The Real Cool Stuff is on. Hello. Bradley says, I was from WA originally. Are you on the run? Who else is on? Simon Alenka is on. Hello, welcome everybody. Happy weekend. We're here doing a shop tour. In case you missed it, I did a little joke about being ill. We were talking about Kanye's new single rocketing up the charts in Iran. He's about to do a tour there, apparently. It's the only place he can tour. We're reviewing this, which is brutal. Oh, that is absolutely disgusting. And we're looking at guitars. I've got some guitars on the floor in the rack. Let's have a look. What do we got? Oh, here's one. All right. You want $100? If you have $100, now I'm being real. If you have $100, and let's face it, it's Hawthorne, you've lost $100 as soon as you step out the door. Well, if you've got $100, that Fretlight Strat is yours. Just come in tomorrow. I'll be here. I'll be probably hungover from these and saying, what did I say? $100, it's yours. The Electra. Okay, well, we can't do that for $100 because the owner would kill me. But, yeah, you know, Electra. Epiphone, here's another one. Epiphone Genesis. $300, it's yours. There you go. And a 12-string something. $300, it's yours as well. There you are. It's on video. 12-string, Epiphone, or Fretlight. You be the judge. All right, we've got that out of the way. I feel pretty good. I'll forget that in a moment. Let's keep going. This Strat's cool. I think that's a 70th anniversary Strat. Oh, yes, I did a video on this one. Or Davo, the chimney sweep, did a video, and that's pretty cool. It sounds good. The Real Cool Stuff says nice. The Real Cool Stuff says awesome stuff. Lee is on. Hello, Lee. Cam Rentoul is on. Oh, my God. No relation to Jimmy Rentoul, are you? Up in Queensland, in Brisbane. That's a Gretsch. That's a Jet. It's here. Are you a jazz student? A student of the Yaz flute? Well, it's time to grab this because it's been here way too long. It's an Ibanez AF 200, not AS 200. There you are. What else? Oh, we got a Tom. This Tom Anderson is amazing, but look, it's on consignment here. And I'll be honest, we've got too much money on it. There's not much I could do about it. The owner is expecting a lot of money for it, but I'm going to say this right now. $100, no. All right, we've got a history. Well, God, that'd be $100. We have an Italian guitar full of, now this contains real crocodile skin. And what I say to everybody that comes in, I'm all about squeezing in as many animals as possible into every instrument. I have no problem with that at all. Here's why I have no problem with that. Imagine you're a vegetarian and we get invaded by aliens, and it's a vegetable alien, a plant-based alien. You're screwed then. Okay, continuing on. 12-string Tom Petty Rickenbacker. There we are. We've got a shredder machine from somewhere, from the 80s. Oh, we've got lots of, we just dropped the price on this music. We've got a Music Man with P90s. That's actually pretty killer. That is a very good guitar. The Music Man stuff is incredibly good, I have to say. We've got an old bass, something that that Grandpa left, apparently. Died with a bass in his hand. They found him rotting in the yard, holding this 78 bass. They took the bass from him. His arm just snapped off because he was so rotted. But that's a good guitar. We got Tom Emmanuel Telly. We have another bass, 78. This is cool. This is an Eric Johnson parts caster. Eric Johnson neck and a thin line body. It's actually very good. PRS Studio. Yes, Chet Atkins Gibson. Pink, solid rosewood neck, American Professional 2. Okay, this is the last room, and then I have to get off. My arm is killing me. Martin, 1840s, Martin. Yes, believe it or not, we actually have one. It's here. You may think I'm irresponsible, but I'm not. I look after this stuff. Santa Cruz. I mean, come on. Strum a chord on that. Go and have lunch and come back. It'll still be ringing out. J45 Martin. Cromwell. Hollow body. Wallace Brown, locally made. Yamaha 12-string. Look at that. $100. No. Michael Southey is on. Is that Mr. Southey? It is, Southey. $100 on that Yamaha 12-string. Anybody. You come in, just say, Michael Southey told me to come in with $100. $100 is yours. Maybe not. Cole Clark's, we have them. And this is my favourite. I think this is my favourite. It's a 65 D18. I don't even know why it's still here. It's such a good guitar. HD28. All right, guys, that's enough. I'm done. I'm finished. Real Cool Stuff says, wow, you are correct. That's what I say. I still say that when I turn up here. From day to day. All right, I'm going down. We've done some celebrities. Shall we do one more celebrity? I've got a new poster coming very shortly. Who are these two? Fools! Good Lord. One of them's an English fool. Let me tell you. Disgraceful. They shouldn't be allowed to have children. All right, folks. Thank you for tuning in. We're back tomorrow. I am going. I'm packing this shop up and we're going. Real Cool Stuff has left some strange markings. Thank you, sir. Or madam. Thank you for tuning in. What do I rate this? I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2. It's unpleasant. I got to be honest with you. That is not great. Hello, madam. No, don't do it to yourself. Honestly, if you drank a 6-pack of that, you would be vomiting. It's no. But I had a pale ale the other day, and that was really good. So look, I think it's a one-off. Good company, wrong decision. Okay, thanks, folks. We're out of here. Thank you for watching. Always appreciate everybody. Come in and say hello. I love talking. You can come and hang out. Michael Southey will be here. We're getting rid of all his gear for $100. He'll be punching me. It'll be hilarious. Come on down. Bye, folks.